We're back.
Hey, what up?
Yo.
We're back. We're back.
Actually, was already back. But now we need to transition into, like, we talked to you about like Kendrick, his concert season, blah, blah, blah. We gave you a whole recap. Your bitch ass would better watch that. But now we need to talk about who are hip-hop's next superstars or next stars. Because in my opinion, there's no next superstar. But I think that, like, outside of the big three of hip-hop, is there anyone like on next up or on par when it comes to music, their catalog, performance, and live shows? What do you think?
Kendrick and SZA and the big three in hip hop, they're on another level.
Oh yeah,
for sure. It's just like when you see Kendrick rapping Peekaboo live, what are they talking about? They're talking about nothing but just the whole the breath control. Yeah. SZA also. Yeah. And when we're talking about hip hop. Yeah. There's first of all, rap concerts are trash these days. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of rap concerts, like, I'm talking to y'all, the new generation, y'all have no presence, no swagger, no soul, no life. It makes me want to slap you. It makes me want to like send you back to Africa so you can learn. Damn. So you can learn some manners and you can learn some. Yeah, you can get in touch with. They need African parenting. Yeah, like, they need African parenting, like, because they need African mom on their team. Exactly, like, I'm like, I don't know who is on these teams, but like, you're not doing the job, like, and I'm sorry, like, there is some talent in the new generation, but no one is a superstar, like, and I want to make the distinction. There's a difference between being a star, and being a superstar. Yeah. If you take, for example, the NBA. Like, let's say, I don't know. The top 5. Yeah, like, Bron Curry, those are superstars. But then you see, like, Detroit, like, something, Kate something. Like, the light-skinned guy, blue eyes, whatever. Like, great player, but he's not a superstar yet. There's levels. There's levels to this shit. There's like, levels. So it's like, and there's that in everything, in movies, in music, in sports, like, and it's lacking in hip-hop. And in hip-hop, like, actually this is the most worrying generation in my opinion. True. Yeah. Because I think that this is the first time, actually since hip-hop exists, that we don't have the next superstar. So basically the big three, regardless of your personal feelings for whoever is in the big three, you guys can't retire. Like, literally Cole, Kendrick, the other one, you guys can't retire. Like, J. Cole's kids are gonna be like making music. Yeah. They're gonna have to be like, on literally, stage. Like, He's gonna have to pull a Blue Ivy. Literally, because it's like, if Cole, Kendrick, or Drake retires, who is left? There's new kids coming up. Just most of them they don't have the consistent album catalog. They have stage presence. Yeah. They can't rap their own music. Yeah. In a way that sounds good. They just walk out. Autotune, scream some shit. Yeah, the crowd sings. Exactly. They turn the mic to the crowd. I mean, which is the worst thing ever. Exactly. I fucking hate when they turn. Yes, you guys sing. It's like, no, we paid you to sing. Exactly. This is your fucking job. Why am I singing your job? You have one job. Exactly. You have one fucking. I paid fucking $200 to see you. You better fucking sing. Because if you don't sing, I will fucking whip your ass. Like, like shit. Like, and also, by the way, to what you just said, a prime example of that, and I'm gonna like hurt some feelings out there, but Playboy Cardi, like, screaming on stage. I mean, incoherent. Exactly. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but like my 19-year-old niece, like, like my baby nieces and shit, like they make more sense than him. Like, like they can talk in the English better than him. He makes no sense. He's talking in a language that like no one but him and Satan understand. And I'm like, every time he's on the mic, it makes me want to go to church even more. Because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but this is not like, I'm like, no. Like, they're speaking in the wrong tongues. I'm like, he's speaking in the wrong tongues, and I need like holy water and some prayers because fuck that guy, like, No, but for real, after seeing what someone like SZA, someone like Kendrick, and of course Drake and Cole, they're also... their ability. don't spiral. We're not going back to beef shit. Wagyu's off the menu. Yeah. Well done steak is off the menu. All right. But back to there's very few who have that stage presence and the catalog. But to get into it, definitely you got Tyler. Oh yeah. You got in terms of stars, people who have amazing catalogs, consistency in projects. selling out arenas, great stage performance, the star level.
Like I was gonna say, to me, Tyler is on the verge, or has finally broken the threshold of superstar.
I'd say,
because Tyler used to be tier 2, and now he's basically the little brother of the big 3. He's like the level that he's under is this much. Know, so it's basically this weird tier between the tier 1, which is the big 3 that we know, and tier 2, which is like the Meek Mills and the Wales and like all these guys and the Big Sean's. Like, no, that's tier 2, and Tyler is higher than tier 2, but not exactly tier 1. Yeah. But in my opinion, he's on the verge of breaking the superstar level.
He probably will be. He'll probably be there in a few years.
In my opinion, Chromacopia that's him reaching that level.
He's also on track to do all the same things that those big 3 can have and are doing. Like in 5 years, within 5 years from now, it'd be hard to not see Tyler doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's becoming undeniable. It's like
undeniable.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Pop, hip hop, and pop. Love from both. So
because he's able to seamlessly transition between R&B, hip hop, pop, and even jazz and like other like black influences and shit. And like he can play different instruments. He has because I've seen him live twice. And honestly, stage presence is like, because I've always said like the artist live, like when I'm talking about rap, that has like the biggest presence is Kendrick. Number 2 that I've seen live is Drake. Regardless of like personal feelings that like anyone has for him, like when it comes to performing, he's definitely up there. And number 3, but I would put him actually at this point almost at the same level, Tyler. I've never seen Cole live, so I can't speak on Cole. Everyone that I know who's seen Cole, they've told me Cole is as good as Kendrick, but I can't speak on that.
At least he can rap all his verses.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like,
not be out of breath.
And those 4 live performance, flawless. Like, they have like breath control, they can rap, they can entertain, they tell stories, they talk to the audience. They give you a real one-man show. Like, and that's what's lacking in hip hop. Oh no, another one we forgot, actually. There's 5 of them. Travis is the other one. Like I would say Travis and Tyler are like the little brothers of the big 3. So they're like the 2 guys in between the tier 1 and tier 2. And Travis is a superstar. Travis, that's undeniable. Travis Scott is a superstar.
Stadiums in Asia and Europe.
You can go to Afghanistan. You can go to Congo.
That's actually insane. That's actually true.
It's true.
It's actually true.
Like, bro, you can go in literally
anywhere.
The most like quote unquote random like corners of the world. You say the name Travis Scott, they'll be like, oh yeah, like and they'll like literally like say a name of the song. Like
I still don't fully understand why he has that mass appeal.
Oh, I do.
You gotta break that down.
Because I've seen him live. As well, twice as well. And it's just like, because I've been into Travis since like the very beginning, like which is like 10-ish years ago. When no one fucked with him, right? People were like, oh, he's a weirdo. All he does is raging and shit. But actually, Travis has a very unique way, like a rageful way of telling stories. Because people often, I think people who don't know his music well, they often assimilate him to Playboi Carti. Not the same word. First of all, Travis, you can hear all the words. He's
live performances.
Okay, live is different because sometimes he's screaming, but when you really listen to but when you listen to the studio version of like his songs and especially Astroworld, because that album specifically was the most personal one because he was talking a lot about his family, his mom, his grandma.
Astroworld, I see like everywhere in the world, Latinos, like Asia, everywhere in the world, like people just love his music.
No, because like, bro, the music, like there was like storytelling. There was like the story of this kid from Texas who he didn't have much. He wasn't, and that's the story of a lot of black people in America and outside of America. So it's a story that a lot of people can relate to, but the way he goes about it, because Travis is a producer, right?
True.
So he does most of his beats, which people forget. He has signature beats that no one has. He has like this like almost rage, dark fairy-like universe. Well, like you hear the beat, you're like, oh, that's Travis. Like he has this ability to make himself recognizable the same way rappers in the 90s and 2000s had. Which makes him very unique to this era because like a lot of rappers in this era are very like microwave music, right? So it's like you don't really know who's who because they all sound the same.
Yeah.
You listen to a Travis song, either you like him or not, you know it's Travis right away. Before even before he even raps, which is like the first thing. The second thing is
very important. Yeah, like being recognizable.
Because being recognizable means that you're marketable.
Yeah.
Which makes it easier for you to become a star, which makes it easier for you to become a superstar, right? Yeah. And also on top of that, because people like they never put Travis in the lyrical part of like rappers, right?
Yeah.
He's not the most lyrical, which is true.
Yeah.
But he's able to be lyrical when he wants to. When he really wants to, Travis goes off. Like Travis can really rap.
Okay.
Travis is more versatile than a lot of these rappers in the sense that like he can go fully on rage mode. Yeah. And like he's screaming whatever.
Yeah.
Then he gives you a song when it's like really lyrical, talking about his grandma or something.
True.
Then he gives you a song that is more like almost space-like the way it makes you feel.
It's definitely space.
Like, you know, it makes you feel like you're in space and you're kind of dreaming, like shit like that. Like, you know, and you're like just floating in the air and you're like, oh, this makes me feel relaxed and kind of like emptying your mind and things like that. Like, you know, so he's able, and I think that's why people like him a lot is because like he's very different from the big three in the sense that he's able to make you feel very different emotions and he's able to grasp the entire spectrum of hip hop. Because he can go from like a Lil Uzi type of song to literally a J. Cole type of song in the same album.
Okay.
Like, you know.
All right.
And I think people really underestimate him when it comes to like his rapping abilities.
So for people who don't know Travis Scott's music like that, what's the top 2 or 3 songs or projects that they should
I think that
get to know?
Some people would say like, I think it's like Road to Rodeo, but I think that like, if you don't know Travis like that, you need to start with like Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight.
Okay.
So that's like technically, I think his second album. Wait, let me check on Spotify. Travis Scott, discography, but yeah. So like basically like Days Before Rodeo is like the project that like really made him big back in the day. But in my opinion, you need to start with like Birds in the Trap, then Days Before Rodeo. Rodeo doesn't really matter. And after that, Astroworld.
All right.
If you listen to those 3 projects, you'll grasp exactly who he is, but especially Birds in the Trap, and I'm not saying this lightly, is, in my opinion, one of the best hip-hop albums in the past 15 years.
Damn.
Like, it's top 10.
Yeah.
Like, that album, that and Astroworld, in my opinion, are both like in the top 15, top 10 of the past like 10, 15 years.
All right.
So
we're all learning something new today.
I'm just saying like, if you're not a fan of Travis, get to work. It's time.
All right.
Like, you know.
Definitely. So superstar level?
Travis is a superstar.
Yeah.
Like,
but next gen coming up, there's not many.
There's one that is promising.
Yes. The obvious answer?
Doechii.
Yeah.
She's not yet, but she will be a superstar.
She's got the ability.
Yeah.
Man, we haven't seen her live, but I've seen clips of her live show.
Yeah.
She's rapping every word. She knows all of her lyrics.
Yeah. She's
just like she's able to deliver.
Yeah.
She's actually stage presence.
Yeah.
Can dance. Has the fashion and like her whole world building around her personality. It's up there. You know, it's solid.
Yeah. No, I fully agree, bro. I feel like, I mean, we will see her live at some point, I'm sure.
We'll get there.
Like we get there. But no, I agree with you. Like he's the one who has the ability. First of all, regardless of gender, she's the best rapper of the next generation. Like, you know, she's the best one. No one can touch her.
Lyrically,
like, you know, no one touches exactly.
Versatility. Yeah. No. She's got substance.
Yeah.
She's got real storytelling. It's very rare to have someone with the whole package. You can get someone with amazing technical rapping ability, like let's say like a King Los or something, or like you know, something like that. But they don't have as tight of a storytelling game where all those guys, they have storytelling ability, but to convey story in a way that's extremely universal. Like Doechii's music, it's like you could be a 45-year-old mom and like a 21-year-old college student,
and both can relate.
You'll both like Denell's a River. You'll both like Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
You'll both like Alligator Bites, you know, the mixtape project.
Yeah.
And that's just very hard to do.
Yeah, but also it's because she has like a deep respect for the art of hip hop.
Yeah.
And she studied
knows everyone. Yeah. Yeah,
she studied
knows,
the game.
Yeah.
And she respects the game, which is like the reason why a lot of these new cats, like Stephen A.
They were
likes
born
to say,
with Autotune.
like, you know, they're literally, it's like, why are you talking to me in Autotune? Like, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I want to hear your voice without that shit.
Yeah.
Like, leave that to Travis, T-Pain in future.
Yeah.
Outside of those three people, I don't want to see anyone using it.
No, you gotta start with the real first, and then you add the additions. You gotta start with your base flavor.
Like, literally.
You can't be adding sprinkles on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's gotta be, you gotta put like the soft serve and then the sprinkles on top.
Like, literally,
you know?
great metaphor.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you know?
Nah, bro.
There's just too much candy on there.
Literally,
you know?
like, you know,
because you can get diabetes and shit, man.
Yo, you know, these kids, they be having diabetes.
They do be getting
like,
diabetes,
They do be getting diabetes, like, you know.
Yes.
And like, honestly, I'm just tired because it's like you listen to these songs and I'm like, yo, sound like you never went to school. Like, you know, and I hope that you listen to this. I hope that you will find this podcast because I'm talking to you. You sound like my young nieces who are currently in primary school can write better than you because you never finished school. You don't have your GED.
Damn.
You know, you sound deeply illiterate. And I think America is an issue. And too many of y'all are trying to be like influencers and rappers. And I urge you guys to go to school. We need doctors, we need lawyers. And I don't even want to be any of those things myself. But you need to be, because I don't want to hear you rapping, like, you know, because every time
it's too much influencing.
It's too much influencing, and my
too much bad rap.
Yeah, my ears and eyes are bleeding, and I need that to stop. So for all the little babies out there, aspiring little babies, and aspiring Playboy Cardis and little Uzis, I urge you to stop existing. Thank you.
But back to who is on the horizon.
Yeah,
I'd say hip hop, like Samara Cyn,
indeed,
another female rapper.
Yes,
I believe from North Carolina, somewhere in the south.
Somewhere from the south,
maybe Tennessee.
I forgot
this.
I think it's Tennessee actually.
I think it's Tennessee.
She doesn't have an accent that is that strong, but I think she's from Tennessee. I think
Tennessee. She has a very recognizable voice and cadence.
Yeah.
Very, very distinguishable. So I like that about her sound. But yeah, she's a real one. She's definitely, you can tell, she's gotten cosigns from like all the other big names, other big female MCs too.
And she's currently on tour with Smino. Go see her.
Sick.
Go see him.
Great pairing.
Yeah. Great pairing. Country cousins.
That shit.
Like, you know, I love that. Yeah.
Y'all better come to Toronto.
Like, y'all better, because I don't have money like that, but I would like to spend money to see y'all.
I'm not driving 14 hours to New York.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
We love you, New York, though. We really love you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but we don't have that much time, though.
Samara Cyn, technical ability, storytelling.
Yeah.
Just, she can rap her ass off.
Yeah.
I really like her sound. I really like some of the songs.
Yeah.
Like singles, Bad Brain.
Yeah.
Her project, The Drive Home.
Yeah.
I really like that project.
Great project.
I think when we talk about stars and next gen and who's up next, it's just, you kind of have to have the whole package or you'll stay underground.
I fully agree.
I think with hip hop, like you get some really, really amazing, talented artists, but they're something about their style or about their stories or like who their audience is. It stays underground because they're missing some part of it. They either can't make big universal, I wouldn't say pop records, but big like bangers, slaps and bangers that can really reach the masses. Mm-hmm. A lot of artists don't have that ability. I think Samara Cyn is someone that has the capability, but she just writes songs in a way
she's not there yet.
That it just hasn't cracked. That Doechii's cracked it.
Yeah.
Just some of her songs, you hear it and right away you're like, what is this? Who is this? Like you're just hooked.
Like,
so Samara Cyn is still kind of underground, but she's
up there. She's getting there. Yeah. And like if I had to like explain it, like basically Doechii is, and I don't want to compare, but if I had to explain it in like a simple term. No. Yeah. Oh my God, yo. No. I was gonna say Doechii is basically like Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
Samara is Nas.
Really?
And
controversial.
If you get it, you get it.
That's controversial.
Like, no, I don't care. Like, you know, sue me.
Okay.
Like, you know.
Okay. But Samara hasn't cracked that. Because
I think people don't realize, like, Nas has always been like one of the GOATs, but he took 20 years to fully crack the code.
Yes.
I'm saying that because he was always up there, but like when it comes to like really exploding mainstream, That's when him and Hit Boy started to make albums together. King's Disease. That's when people, everyone, regardless
of, does it have universal appeal?
King's Disease, yeah.
But are people outside of the hip hop realm listening to King's Disease?
I mean, people outside of the hip hop realm, you don't matter. So it's like, it's like as you guys watching this, like I'm saying that to you, your opinion really doesn't matter. So to answer,
you just insulted the audience. You're like, how do I come back from this?
Actually, I don't care about coming back to this. Fuck y'all. But like, to answer your question, bro.
But
to be very real, okay, no. Outside of
universality
hip-hop, universality, there's a cap.
Yeah.
There's a cap to like Nazi's universality. There's no cap to Jay-Z's universality.
True.
I can go to fucking Botswana right now and ask someone, do you know about Jay-Z? They'll be like, oh yeah. Like, true. If I go to like fucking like, I don't know, somewhere in like fucking Tanzania, like, in a village. And
only the hip hop heads. With no illmatic.
But I'm saying, bro, like I can ask a fucking like uncle, like who's like fucking 60 in Tanzania and ask him like, oh, do you know Jay-Z? Like, I know Jay-Z. Yeah. Like, if I ask the same question, I go to like Kenya, like in a town, and I ask like an auntie or some shit. I'm like, yo, do you know Nas? They're like, I'm like Nazir Jones. They're like, 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 what I'm saying? Like, if I say
with
Sean,
an S, Nas with an S.
Like, exactly. But if I say Sean Carter, Beyonce, Jay, they're like, oh yes, like
No, okay, I see.
That's what I mean by Samara.
No, we shouldn't make comparisons.
No, I don't want to compare, but it's like for people to like understand the level to this shit. Like, if I go now in a small town in Florida, in the most racist town in Florida, and I say Doechii, they're like, oh yeah, this N-word there, like, and I'm like, yeah, of course, like, that's her. Like, and if I go in a small town, like, in Tennessee, they're like, oh, like, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, she from here? I'm like, yeah, she is. They're like, oh, they won't know her yet.
You're saying Samara's name is not as universal
yet. Okay. But she's on the way.
But my hope is that people who have the skills, the talent, the catalog, the ability to tell really good stories and be authentically themselves, that they get the spotlight, which is very hard. You have to not necessarily play the game, but you have to have songs that have universality and be undeniable. Right? Like, so an artist that's very unique, that could be really skilled, they are able to really, really get mass appeal because they have some part of their catalog. In some part of their catalog, they have universality. It's like Kali Uchis, which we'll talk about later. I skipped ahead to our new music segment. Just wait till the last segment. But someone like Kali Uchis has songs that are undeniably universal. You hear it and it just clicks.
You just fall in love.
You just fall.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
With the music.
The music. The music. Anyway.
Anyways. So,
let's move on. Yes.
Skibidi.
Skibidi brain right the ass.
Skibidi. So, but universality. I think that's the code that a lot of people in hip hop just they're not able to crack that, that's why they stay still. They can build a really strong audience. They can have a lot of love. They can have a really core fan base and be appreciated by hip hop. But it means if they don't have universality, they cannot necessarily get outside of the hip hop and underground hip hop
for sure.
core listeners. So
I fully agree with that. Like, it's hard. I think there's more tools than ever to like become famous, to become something in hip hop. But also, I think that like the love for the game, the love for the craft, the love for music, the love for the history of hip hop is not as strong as it used to be. I think like a lot of these young kids, they get into the game thinking about, I can make this much money, whatever. Like, and grant you, I'm always pleased to see these kids like, being able to like take care of their families. And I will never hate on that. Like, except like if you're a right rapper. Anyway, like,
I don't know if the mic picked that up.
Thank God. Like, but I was just saying that like, there's a few exceptions where like, I don't care about you, like feeding your family. Like, and if you guys have been following us, you know exactly which exceptions. But all that to say that, no, it pleases me when I see like the sailors, when I see like the Doechii, and I'm like, okay, like these girls, they be out there, they're doing their thing, they're feeding their families, they're following, people are respecting them. But why are they famous? Because they love the game. They love the game.
They know what came before them.
They know what came before them. They have respect for R&B, respect for rap, respect for traditions. You know, these kids don't respect tradition. And I say these kids like I'm like 1,000 years older than them. I'm not. Like,
now you're sounding like Unc.
Like literally, but you know, it's just because it's like sometimes you see people our age, people older, slightly younger, and you're like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you know, it's just like, are you guys dumb? Like, you know, it's just like we have traditions established in hip hop for a reason. And they've been working. That's why. And also, a lot of people don't realize this is not even a competitive era. This is easy. Like, you know, the most competitive era was from 92 to 2007. In that bracket, if you were a star in that bracket, then you're a real star. You're a superstar, actually. Like, you know, if you're a star in this era, that's cool. Like, you know, props to you. But like, it's not the same. Like, you know, it's just like, because it's like, why do you think that like, you know, Drake, Kendrick, Cole made it this far? It's because those guys are fans of what came before them. You know, if you ask Kendrick, he's going to tell you like, I mean, he told us in the few interviews. His influences. Like,
we studied.
Exactly. Like, you know, when he talks to us like once every 10 years, like, you know, he tells us this shit. Drake, same. Like, you know, his last big interview back in 2019 with like Elliot Wilson and B. Dot. Like, you know, he did tell us, like, you know, first of all, that he respected his peers before the beef. That's a different conversation now. But that he's a fan of Jay-Z. He's a fan of Kanye. He became what he became because of these guys. Like, you know, Cole became Cole because of Nas. Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? When you ask these kids today, it's like, what's the answer? And when you ask them question, like the other day, you had fucking Kai Cenat at the BET not recognizing Wale. Like, you know, and people trying to be like, oh, this is not a big deal. How is this not a big deal? This is Wale we're talking. It's not like it's like some random rapper or some shit. This is Wale. Like, it's like a DMV legend. Like, you know, it's like, put some respect on his name. Like, you know, and grant you, either you like him or not, I don't care. Like, that's someone that has contributed to hip hop, to like the MMG wave in the late 2000s, that as a solo rapper has always been a name that people respected. Like, you know, so it's just like, when I see...
Those streamers don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, you know, and I'm not... And that's fine. Like, you know, it's just like, I want them to be themselves, right? Like, but at the same time, it's like, okay, do your little streams, do your little thing, like, you know.
When it comes to hip hop, you have to know what came before.
Exactly.
Yeah, to be great.
Exactly.
To be great, you have to have studied, listen to, know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing when I see movies. Like, when I see people like Millie Bobby Brown being like, oh, I actually don't really watch movies. And I'm like, wow, that shows.
You know what? No, I don't know her whole.
Oh, I don't care. Like,
her
you know,
whole filmography and shit like that.
Like, she's great in Stranger Things, but like all the movies that she's done besides that, I'm like, well, they're trash for a reason. Like, you know, you made your statement. Now go back to your hole. Like, you know. So, and on that note,
why is Bobby Millie Brown catching?
I don't know. Just like she pissed me off. Like,
is there anyone else when it comes to who's up next in hip hop?
Oh, there is. Like, you know, we gotta shout out our brothers in the UK. Like, you know, the Dave, the Stormzy, like, oh, you guys know them.
They're not next up.
No, they're not. That's why I'm saying, like, just shout out to them. But the name that is next up, that we've been talking about, either people like him or not, Central C, the light-skinned brother, like, you know.
Who's part Asian.
Who's part Asian, and he's Guyanese. We see, yo. Like, you know, rush hour time, like, you know what it is.
Confusing.
When the first time I saw him, I was like,
why is this guy saying that?
I was like, what is this? You know, I was like, is he one of us? I was like, why is he saying that? I was like, someone explains this. Like,
Wikipedia.
You know, like, literally, like, oh, he Guyanese and part Asian. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Like, you know, I was like, okay. I
he does say it with confidence.
Yeah.
He
like, you know,
it.
but he has like this like bravado, this attitude, this British like swagger. Like this British like flair that I'm like, you know what? I respect you.
Rap, I'm not gonna lie, rap with the UK accent sounds good. It just sounds smoother. It just you could be saying A B C D,
and it sounds
super
hard.
basic, and it just sounds good
like
with hip hop.
Someone could say like "Hello, Skibidi" with like a British accent. That shit sounds gangster. Like, you know, it's just like, yes, rob me. You know, like, yeah, take my phone. Like, you know, what's up? Like, you know, and his first mainstream project, like, you know, his first album, like, you know, Can't Rush Greatness, was great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for all you guys listening, like, you guys
it's easy to listen to.
It's easy to listen to. And there's like literally a few standout songs, like No Introduction, the GBP song 21 Savage, the top freestyle, the best song of the album in my opinion, CRG with Dave. That song,
that's a good song.
That song will make you want to hit the gym hard.
True.
You will go harder at the gym. Like, you know, for like all the gym rats listening
just
to
motivation
this. Like just motivation
just
song. Like, you know.
The movie montage.
Exactly. If you're still lazy after listening to that,
I
don't know. I can't help you. Like, you know, I don't know what to do for you. Like, you know, Limitless, great song as well. Like, you know, like, anyway.
CRG is good.
CRG is a great album. Central C is up next. He's actually the first British artist who broke the US chart. Like, you know.
True. Yeah.
So, which is like a big accomplishment from the UK. Like, you know, a salute to the UK brothers because you guys are doing a great job. Central C, the Dave, the Stormzy, the Skepta, all these guys. Like, you know, there's a lot of names we don't say. But Odile, like, you know, in UK R&B as well, been fucking killing it. Like, you know, honestly, like, no, the UK scene deserves respect. Like, you know, because you guys are doing more consistent job than North America. I gotta say that. Like, you know, because outside of the big three, like a lot of diarrhea in here. Like, you know, I just gotta say.
But yeah, Central C, definitely a fuckboy rapper.
Oh yeah, he a fuckboy. Like,
but good music.
Like great music. If you have a girlfriend, to all the bros listening to this, if you have a girlfriend, you end up at the same party as him, don't bring her. Do not bring her.
You can't. You
know. But that being said,
is if Central C is one of your top artists in your Spotify, is that a red flag?
I will just say this.
It's a red flag. It's just
if Central C is in your top 5, you do have toxic tendencies. What you do with those tendencies is up to you. Put that energy into something useful, like Central C does, like Future does. Like, you know, get that money. And I will not continue this sentence because you know what's next after I say this. Like, you know, all the toxic boys, I salute you.
Oh man. Crazy how toxicity in hip hop
is rewarded.
Is rewarded and is very they're close friends.
But we never talk about why.
Close friends. We could break down
because
why, and it's not the only thing.
No, it's not the only thing.
Toxicity and you know.
But there's a reason because like it comes from survival.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But we'll break it down another time for you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Stay subscribed. And stay blessed.
We don't have time for the Farrakhan segment.
Yeah.
It's coming later.
It will be another day.
Cool. Anyone else?
There's one last name. Lexa Gates, New York, stand up. If you listen to this, hey man.
Lace up those Tims.
I'm sorry about the Knicks, man. Like, you know, I was rooting for you, like, you know, but you did a great thing. Like, you know, Boston is not there. The bar is suicide watch, and I respect you for that. Like, you know, everyone in Boston, fuck you. Like, you know, I want to say that.
Lexa Gates.
Like Lexa Gates, like, you know, New York stand up. So her latest single, Latency, latest project, Elite Vessel. Lexa, I haven't listened to everything that she's done in the past yet, only to like one project and a few songs here and there. But she definitely next up. Like, you know, she's like this tiny... Rap ability is there. Storytelling. She's basically like a younger female B.I.G.
Oh, really?
In a Latino body.
I wasn't even thinking that when I heard it.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's an analogy that... And
She Latina?
Oh. Yeah. Like,
okay, the last name Gates was...
Yeah, I don't know if that's her real last name in real life, but she Latina, because like I've watched like a few of her interviews.
Very New York.
Very New York. I don't want to say any cliche, so I have no idea if she's Mexican, Puerto Rican, or Dominican. I assume she's maybe one of those. Yeah. Because, you know,
there are other Latinos in...
There are other...
Those are...
But
they're
it's just because they're the main ones.
Outside,
like, you know, in New York, she might be something else, so don't quote me. But she Latina, that's all I know. And she be rapping out there. And also no disrespect to any B.I.G. fan, because I'm a fan as well. I'm not saying that she's like him. I'm saying that like she's like, you can definitely hear some influence from him in her. Yeah. In the way she raps, in the way she enunciates her words, because she's someone who enunciates her words really, really well.
True, yeah. You can hear every word. Yeah, that's true.
And she really elongates them. Yeah. Which is very particular. So that's why any songs of her, you know it's her right away. And she has like those very soulful. She has a soulful sound. Soulful sound and fairy-like sound. Yeah. It's a mix of both a little bit. Yeah, okay. But it's definitely very soulful. Yeah. And she often raps on almost R&B beats. True. They're almost R&B like. Yeah. Like, you know, they're not like classic rap beats. Yeah. which is also very
That's cool. I like that. I like that.
I like that as well, which is very particular of her. Her beats are like, basically almost R&B like.
Okay. So next up.
She's definitely next up. She's gonna be, give it like a couple of years, she's gonna be a big name.
All right, so quick question. What's the ToFufu criteria for becoming a star or a superstar? So we talked about universality.
Yeah.
Universality to me is like being able to have music, especially like enough records that have mass appeal that go beyond like the core underground audience.
Yeah.
Especially in hip hop.
You need consistency.
So mass appeal, universality, consistency in multiple projects, multiple albums.
Lyricism.
You
need some creativity. You need to be unique.
Yeah.
Your sound needs to be recognizable. It's like when I play Doechii, I know it's her.
Yeah, that's
when I play Travis, I know it's Travis.
Yeah, Tyler, you know
it's Tyler.
Yeah.
When I play Lexa, I know it's Lexa. Like if you sound like someone else, I don't care about you.
Yeah,
which is
that's hard to achieve today.
Which is hard to achieve. That's why 90% of you are garbage. Like I mean, not you watching, the people making music.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of subpar stuff out there.
Unfortunately, and I try to listen to as much as I can, but sometimes I'm just like,
if it doesn't make me like turn my head and just be like, okay, that's different. That's unique, or like that's a really interesting story, or like that sound is so like I haven't heard this person put together these different sounds together. Like if I don't hear any of those things, I am skipping. I'm just
not interested. And unfortunately, we won't name him because we respect it. And I mean, respect his art, but there's been a legend who dropped an album recently, and I think it's time for you to...
We have to talk about that. Yeah.
That was rough. That was just rough. Let's just say that.
Should we transition to new music segment?
I guess we have to.
Let's go.
We have to say his
name.
We'll
come back to world news in a bit.
Yeah.
But we talked about superstars, what makes a star in hip-hop, and just music in general.
Yeah.
I think those principles apply.
Yeah.
And in new music, we did have a rap legend drop a new project. I've listened to maybe 6 songs.
Let's just say that, like, I just wish that he stopped at the Carter 5. Just by saying that, you guys know who it is.
Weezy, Lil Wayne,
Weezy F baby, and the F is for fuck you. But don't take this personal though. But
he dropped the Carter 6.
He dropped the Carter 6. We love him. We love you, Weezy. Yeah.
Did you make it through the whole album? I did not make it.
I finished because I have for principle, like if I don't on principle, I need to finish.
I'm not as good at managing.
Like like I need, and honestly,
4 or 5 songs and I'm like,
it's like
no, I'm done.
Yeah, like, and honestly, I think I liked only one song, and there was only one song that I was okay. This song is fine. And that was, what song was it? That was the song Being Myself with Manny Fresh, Fit Manny Fresh.
Yeah.
That's the only song where I was like, okay, like I fuck with this song. And this album, grant you, is 19 songs. So that just...
For a bad album, that's a lot of songs.
I just don't even want to expand on it that much because like there's a lot to say. But he's someone that is like a hero to me, basically, in hip-hop. And it actually hurts to see someone that like you've always respected and always loved the music of, and you see them like falling this low. Like, because you're like, what happened? Like, it's like, how can you be the same man who gave me the Carter 2, the Carter 3, the Carter 4? And I know a lot of you guys will say like, oh, like the last good one was that. I disagree. Actually, in my opinion, that's going to be very controversial. The best Carter is the 4th one.
Okay.
Yeah. And that being said, though, this man
Fall from grace.
Fall from grace.
I need to add some backstory. So, real quick context.
Yeah.
When Kendrick got the Super Bowl gig,
performance.
When he was announced that he would be doing the Super Bowl for February 2025.
Yeah.
For like months and months, everyone was like, because it was in Louisiana.
Yeah.
People were like, why wasn't this given to Lil Wayne? Because he's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
He's from New Orleans. So there was this whole debate in hip hop, like you should be giving Lil Wayne the Super Bowl performance because that's his hometown. How could you not? He's a legend. He has catalog. He has hits. So for months and months and months, this is building up. In fucking Reddit chats and hip hop podcasts. not all of you are in the hip hop podcast. Like that's not, you don't have those on your,
That's
some
true.
of you do, some of you don't.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't, you're not really missing. You're not. So some of those podcasts, it's just a lot of back and forth about nothing.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. People are saying, oh, like Lil Wayne should have gotten it. Like why did Kendrick get it? And this and that.
Yeah.
So the whole time it was building up, there was one incident when Lil Wayne tweeted and posted and said, you know, like, don't come after me. Like I will, he said very cryptically, it's kind of like in rap language, like, you know, do not disturb me, but if I am disturbed, I will destroy.
Yeah.
Meaning like, if you call me out, or if you come after me, I will drop a diss track on you, or like, I'm gonna do something.
Which was weird of him to say because no one came after him. Like,
yeah, but like, people were saying like Weezy, Lil Wayne, this and that. And Kendrick did mention Lil Wayne on his new album, GNX.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a diss, it wasn't a shot, you know.
Also,
is a mention.
Yeah, and also in brackets, like Kendrick is one of the biggest Wayne fan. So
yeah.
Like I'm just putting that out there.
But anyways, this whole thing was mounting up after the Super Bowl, people debating, and then we got that incident where Lil Wayne kind of was upset. He was his feelings were hurt because he didn't get it, and then he announces that he's in the studio and he's working on the Carter 6, and then Lil Wayne fans are like, all right, something's happening. He's coming back. Me included. He's coming back. He's coming back. And to see him have this hype and like build up and just not deliver at all is actually very sad. He's a technical mastermind when it comes to rap ability. Yeah. I'm not playing his music every day, but
I am playing his music almost every day.
I'm not playing his music every day, but you can't deny lyrical ability, poetic ability. Is incredible. Yeah. So I don't know what he was doing with his album though.
I don't know
what was going on. The beat selection, the songs, the bars. The bars were very mid, very average. My favorite example of that is the song Bells. Maybe we'll play a short segment. They were just very they're very mediocre songs, but his project's out. I can't recommend listen, but that's updated news.
Yeah, like that's just like, as a Wayne fan, I've been a fan of Wayne since I was literally a little kid. For his entire career, I've listened to the albums that were out basically before I was born. I've listened to every single Wayne project. Like I think that there's not a Wayne project that I haven't listened to, and this is by far the most disappointing one. This is literally like, as someone who was really put on his music very early on, Wayne is top 5. Regardless of like the order, it doesn't matter, but he's one of the greatest of all time. But I think that like this album actually is tarnishing his legacy. Yeah. And heavily tarnishing his legacy, because I think that like Nas, for example, as he got older, gave us better and better albums. Like the King's Disease series is a fucking classic series. 444 by Jay, fucking classic. And a lot of those guys have proven to us that like age doesn't matter in hip hop. And actually a lot of them, as they get older, give us bigger albums, better albums. And this is the case of someone that needs to retire. And I feel
him and Will Smith.
Yeah, both of them. But for different reasons, because fuck Will Smith. Like, you know, like I fuck with Wayne as a person, as a rapper, but I can also recognize when it's time to say goodbye. Like, you know, and I think that like in the case of Wayne, there's nothing to prove anymore. He's done everything he needed to do. He's given us all the music he needed to give us. And I think that like at this point, I'm not sure he's able to give us another hit. And I think it's time to like wrap it up. And I really deeply hate to say that.
Cue the music.
But I don't think Wayne can do better.
Cue the music.
I think his last good album, and I'm not saying the album was like amazing, was The Carter 5.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that it's time to stop. It's just time to stop here.
Yeah. I think DJ Head and Elliot Wilson said on a few days ago that they heard that this project, the Carter 6, was being put together kind of last minute.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Even up till last week, they were still working on the album.
Oh, no way.
And the album only dropped on like Saturday or something, I think.
Oh, it dropped late?
The album dropped on Friday. I think it dropped last Friday, but earlier last week, they were still
rushing.
The week or two, there were still things being put together, and it was it was like not all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear it. Like, you know, it's, I mean, a 5-year-old could have done a better album. So I don't know. It's just like, I just, at this point, I just don't know. I'm just like, you've given us great music. I thank you for your service. And I think it's time.
So, in what not to listen to. This was supposed to be a segment about new music to listen to.
But what you should not listen to is the Carter 6.
The Carter 6.
What you should listen to is Lotus from Lil Simz.
Yes, I haven't. I'm only 3 songs in.
Yeah.
Did you go through?
I finished the album.
Okay, so give him a quick breakdown of.
And honestly,
Lotus.
Amazing album. First 3 or 4 songs, I was like it was like just weird beat selection for me. Yeah. Then after that, it goes into a very soulful album.
Okay, sick.
Very lyrical.
That's what I want. That's what I like from her. Yeah.
And you and I will like her for the same reason. She's very soulful, very lyrical, very intelligent, very smart in her lyrics, and all those things. She gave us that again with like new beats, selection, great beat selection, great flow, deep stories. Some stories are like, damn, like okay, like we going deep in this shit, okay. Yeah. And heartfelt stories. Yeah. And honestly, no notes. Like if I have to give a note to this album, I think it's probably like an 8.5 out of 10.
I would say,
like, you know.
So I need to listen to this completely, the full project. Yeah. But if you don't know Lil Simz already, please get on that.
Oh yeah, please.
I'll put you on. Yeah. I think I fell in love with her music when I heard her freestyle. I think it was Genius or one of those. Backseat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Backseat and 60 Seconds freestyle. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like. Yeah. Oh man. Anyways. Yeah. Please listen to that. We'll put a link or put something.
Listen to her because like she's one of the best rapper out of the UK.
Incredible. Yeah. Definitely not brain rot.
Yeah. No. No brain rot there.
Yeah.
Like no.
You might get some brain cells back.
Yeah. Like honestly, she's very intelligent, and I think you need that. Like you guys need that.
But yeah, I mean, this is her new album, Lotus. Yeah. But her old discography, I also really like.
Oh yeah.
Back from 2018 till now. Yeah. So amazing hip hop artist.
Yeah, she is.
All right, that's Lotus. Who else?
Next up, I mean, it's been a while. It's been like a couple of months that he dropped his album, but Davido.
All right, back to West Africa now.
Golden son of Nigeria. Hey, by the great spirit of Bass. Come on. Nigeria. To all my Nigerian brothers, be proud of yourself. No.
Even if you're not Nigerian.
Even if you're not Nigerian.
Be proud of yourself.
Be proud of being black. Be proud of Africa. You know, because Davido really gave us like, because people keep saying like, oh, what is the summer album? Are you done? The summer album is called 5. 5 by Davido.
Davido 5.
Talking about Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina who? Blonde girls with blue eyes. I beg.
How's the album for you?
The album was amazing. Like, no, to be honest, I've always loved Davido. His previous albums are good. Basically, he keeps getting better every album, which is fucking crazy to me.
I like the last album.
The last album, in my opinion, Timeless, is, and I'm not saying this lightly, is one of the best Afrobeats album of all time. Top 5 album of all time.
Yeah. Unavailable.
Feel? Bro, Feel? Woo. No, bro. These songs were fucking crazy.
That's an amazing album.
Like, honestly, like, even No Competition, For the Road, Champions. No, that album was like just banger on banger.
Picasso, I like Picasso.
Yeah, Picasso. Literally, like
those. Yeah, this was a really
an insane album. But then somehow he was able to deliver an album that is literally as good as the previous one. Some of y'all will maybe say it's better. I don't want to pronounce myself yet, but I would say
I like it. It's good.
To me, 5 is as good as Timeless. Yeah. And literally the intro is crazy. Like just the intro.
The intro is good.
Is crazy. Anything is a crazy song. CFMF crazy.
10 Kilo.
10 Kilo is insane.
Yeah.
Like Offer Me.
Great.
Banger.
Solid. R&B.
Banger.
Less of classic like Afrobeat.
No, less classic,
sound,
but
it has more R&B sound.
But still a banger. Titanium, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Banger.
Fun,
crazy song. Crazy. Loverboy, crazy song. Yeah. Like My Guys, Taiki, French Afrobeats. I see you. Like With You, O'Malley, crazy.
Oh, Awuke.
Awuke,
Oh,
crazy.
yo.
Like honestly, like,
These are y'all gotta, if you haven't already, please listen to
you
this
guys
album.
need to tap in.
Yeah.
Like literally, yeah.
This is a summer album.
Yeah, this is summer
for
album.
sure.
And also I think that you guys don't understand, regardless of the genre, it's very, very hard for an artist to give us the same quality in the next album. This man gave us an album that is literally as good as the previous one, if not better.
Yeah.
There's like, and to me, in 2025, that's one of the rare albums that I will give a 10 out of 10 to. There's no songs that is like, this is a 10. This is one of the best albums of 2025.
Wow.
And this is so far, in the Afrobeats realm, the best Afrobeats album of the year so far, in my opinion.
What else came out in 2025?
It doesn't matter, bro.
Because Thames dropped last year.
Thames drops last. Actually,
Ira dropped last year.
a lot of major albums
Tyler
they dropped last year.
So I don't know what else dropped.
I don't think anyone major dropped yet except him.
Yeah.
But so far,
when we're talking about West Africa,
yeah,
he'll be dropping Amapiano, South Africa.
Yeah.
There's new shit.
Yeah, there's like new shit. But like, if I had to group together Amapiano, Afrobeats, either Congolese rumba, like all the different African countries, in terms of music, this is the best African album of the year so far.
This one's good.
For me.
Yeah.
You know, Davido.
I do be dancing to this at the gym.
Bro, like literally same. Some at the gym, I'm like, like, you know.
I'm on the streetcar.
Like, yeah. Like literally, like, you know.
Not from here.
Exactly. That's why like all y'all trying to like find the summer album.
Yeah.
You'll be done. Like, you know, and the summer album is there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's all I have to say. It's like the album is there. We have bangers on bangers. And I mean, Burna and Wizkid apparently have a joint album coming.
Burna and Wizkid.
Yeah.
That shit better be fire. I
have full faith in Burna.
Yeah. Wizkid's got bangers. Don't fucking play. Come on now. Come on.
Wizkid has
Don't
bangers,
disrespect the short kings.
But I'm gonna say, when was the last time Wizkid gave us a consistent album? When? You know.
Okay, what was on his last album?
A bunch of trash.
You know what? I haven't done this album cover.
Because honestly, I listened to Mariah and like, bro, I can't, like, there's
good songs on there.
There's no songs to me that were like that memorable.
The Bad Girl, Piece of My Heart, Brent Fayez.
Actually, I really dislike that song. Piece of My Heart, yeah.
Really?
I don't like it.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
I don't know, something about it just bothers me.
The Tia Cola song?
That song was great. Cola, hey! I see you, my brother. Hey. Congolese brother. Yo.
Bad For You, Jasmine Sullivan. I remember these being good songs. Okay,
and don't get me wrong, I love Jasmine. I just don't love these pairings. I don't know.
Okay, but anyways, if Wizkid and Burna are putting something together, that should be fire.
Good. That should better be fire.
Yeah. Is that this year?
It's supposed to be this year. Also, for some reason,
weird timing though. They should put it up. They should put it up before the summer started.
Or at least during the summer.
Yeah, like July.
At least July, like, you know, because
I don't think it's coming that soon.
I don't know, like, yeah.
But summer all the time in West Africa.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Because
but for us, you know.
Yeah, for us, we live in
overcast countries.
Yeah, we live in North America. So
put something during summer.
Summer has barely started-ish.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know.
I mean,
climate change is definitely real because when I was growing up, I don't remember summers being like half rainy, half cloudy.
Yeah, it's weird.
In May and June and July, but that's happening right now. I don't know.
Yeah, because like we're literally in June and like yesterday was raining, today is sunny. I didn't grow up here, so I can't speak on it. But that's kind of weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's move on to the next artist.
New music and Afrobeats. We got Davido.
And now for R&B music, we have Leon Thomas, who dropped the extended version of his album Mutt, which was already a 10 out of 10 for all you people like watching. If you love R&B, please go listen to him. Because if we ask me who is an upcoming superstar, that's a superstar. Leon Thomas will be a superstar 4 years from now. He
has the consistent track record. He's also written songs.
For all your favorites.
A lot of songs.
For SZA, for Drake, for Ty Dolla $ign. Like, you know, like he can write better than your favorite artist. I'm just putting that out there.
I think he writes for many people's favorite artists.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, not a lot of people know, but when you see people who are, I don't want to put people in tears, but when you see people who are like not as big as like, you know, Beyonce and SZA, that kind of realm, Rihanna, when you see people are like, oh wait, where did this artist come from? You know, like kind of new-ish artist, like Money Long, for example.
But she's not new.
She's not new. It's just that one of her songs blew up on TikTok, you know, like 1 or 2 years ago, and then now.
And not all of you guys know her.
Yeah, but artists like that, Leon Thomas, Money Long, Steve Lacy, for example. Who else?
Bruno Mars, actually.
Yes. Although Bruno Mars broke the pop stardom.
But Bruno was basically Leon before Leon was Leon.
Yes, he was writing for Beyonce, for everyone. For a lot of artists.
Yeah.
But a lot of those artists, so Steve Lacy, Leon Thomas, the ones we mentioned, they were the ones writing songs for like big artists, for like the A-list artists. But now, because they've had such a long career trajectory, like Leon Thomas has been in the game for like probably at least 10 years.
And he was in TV first. Before even music.
Oh, okay. Wait, drop that for them.
Victorious.
I didn't even know that.
Actually, like for those of you who don't know, and those of you who grew up on Nickelodeon and shit, there was this show called Victorious.
Damn, he was the
black kid. The black kid.
Damn.
Okay. Like in the show, like you know, like Ariana Grande. Yeah, he was a TV kid. Like Victoria Justice, you remember?
Look, I was not on Nickelodeon.
Well, that's fair, but like Victoria Justice, Ariana Grande, that random blonde white girl, I don't remember the name. Okay. And Leon Thomas was like I think the only black character in the show, like the main one. So he's been in the game for a long time, since he was a teenager. Yeah. And after all that, I mean, obviously Ariana became Ariana. And he wrote for her as well. And
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, like
and now he's having his.
And now he's blowing up on his own. Like he's himself becoming an A-list artist. And congrats to him, because he just got his first platinum plaque. I forgot for which song. But he's finally a platinum singing artist. So
which song?
Maybe it's Mutt. I don't remember. But
people do be playing Mutt.
Yeah, they do be playing Mutt.
Overplaying Mutt.
Overplaying, because he has way better song. Mutt is actually one of his worst songs in my opinion. But
it's probably Mutt. I think he got.
Yeah. And so he just became platinum. So you all put some respect on his name. But he just dropped the extension of Mutt called Heal. Okay. So there's like part 1, disc 1, disc 2.
Must listen.
The best song in this 2 is Dirt on My Shoes, Fit Kelani. That song will put you guys in emotions that I can't even explain. Like the song is just, you guys need to listen to this shit. I don't even want to explain.
We'll put a little photo up here.
Yeah, the first time I listened to the song, I was like, the writing of the song, the melody, this is the R&B that all you guys are like, oh, we need R&B from the 90s. Like, well, this is like what you want, what you guys want. Like, you know, that 90s feeling, but in modern day. You know, and Leon is able to bring that back. Prize is a great song. Vibes Don't Lie is a great song. Heal, actually, the intro song. Catch a Stray is a really good song, but Dirt on My Shoes... mark my words, will end up being one of the biggest R&B songs of the year.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark my shoes.
Yeah. No, Dirt on My Shoes.
No, Dirt on My Shoes.
Yeah, okay. Mark my words.
Cool. Yeah. Sometimes
like,
I get dyslexic.
No, it's fine. Like, you know, but yeah, Dirt on My Shoes is definitely
sick. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Leon.
So Mutt Deluxe.
Yeah.
Mutt Deluxe.
Yeah.
In other new music.
We
gotta talk about our Latina sister.
Kali Uchis.
Uchis.
Partner of the esteemed Don Toliver.
We can't introduce people based on their partners, though.
I mean, no, but it's just because people might not know they're together. That's why I said that.
I think people are more likely to know Kali Uchis than Don Toliver.
Actually, I think the reverse.
Really?
Yeah.
Who has the larger...
Actually, that's a good question. I don't know.
Wait, okay. Okay, no, it's close. It's close.
They
both have around 30 million, about 30 mil monthly listeners.
Okay, so they're about the same level of stardom.
But Kali Uchis has 38 million.
And he has 34,
and Don
right?
has 34, 35.
Yeah.
But she has a new album, Sincerely.
Yeah.
And damn, I don't be crying often.
Yo, don't kill me.
No, I still haven't cried in like probably 10 years or some shit.
Yeah, we both have problems crying.
Yeah, not since I watched Coco.
That's
I'm being real. When I saw Coco,
oh my god, bro!
The grandma
remembering,
the grandma remembering that little boy in Coco.
Yeah,
I was just like, And it's like, no, you can't let that teardrop. No.
A show that did make you emotional, not crying, but emotional, Forever.
Yes, there's a show on Netflix right now.
If you guys are not watching, y'all better be watching for Forever.
Yes. I did not cry.
Yeah.
But crying is okay.
Yeah, crying is okay. We just can't physically do it. That's not a conversation.
Yes.
Don't ask us.
But Kali Uchis... Kali Uchis, new project, sincerely. This is a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful project.
Amazing album.
I mean, you must know who Kali Uchis is by now.
If you don't know, please Google it.
But this project, so I did a little studying up on this because I did give the album a full listen.
Yeah.
I watched some interviews also, and not surprisingly, this album is inspired a lot by her being a mother. She's 2 kids now with Don Toliver.
My boy, I see you.
Apparently, she wants more.
Oh, shit.
She said she wants at least 3 more.
Damn, they're doing the Rihanna shit. Like, damn, okay.
I mean, people before the 90s were having like, you know, they were having like 5, 6 kids, like, boom, boom, boom.
Because
boom, boom.
everything costs 2 cents.
When a house cost like $1,000.
Like, literally, you could buy a house for $5. Like, shit.
But it is inspired by being a mother.
Yeah.
And also, she did reveal that she lost her mother while she was making the project. So
that's why it's so emotional.
So this album is extremely emotional.
Yeah.
It's very, very... It's like a gut punch.
Yeah,
but like in a slow synth, like
beautiful way.
Strings, like R&B kind of style.
Yeah.
But it's a gut punch. It's like you definitely feel like you can't necessarily listen to it in any kind of situation. It's not a gym. It's not a gym.
It's
album.
It's not a gym album. Yeah.
It's not a gym album. It's not really a commuting album.
No, it's not.
It could be if you're having a moody day.
It's an album when like it's a moody day.
It's very
gray outside. You don't really want to talk to people. You're reading a book or some shit. You're in bed. Yeah. It's most likely raining or like the sky is gray. You're in your fields, feeling about your partner or like someone in your life or like your parents. And then you put that shit on and you cry. You cry.
Yes, and if you're in your feels and moody, and like you're going for like a long walk or some shit,
all that
to like just decompress and think about life and shit. It's one of those.
It's definitely one of those.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sounds.
Yeah.
But real quick, just some real quick points on this.
Yeah.
Inspired by being a mother and also that she lost her mom.
Yeah.
So the duality of both those things was just like, and also postpartum. All those things coming together was what went into this album.
Yeah.
So it's I get a lot of grief, sense of grief, but also birth at the same time because both of those things were what's happening in our life, and you really feel that when you listen to this album. But really, really beautiful album. Definitely listen to it.
Yeah.
Not in the realm of hip hop.
No, it's more in the realm of like alternative R&B type of thing.
And she's an artist you don't really want to categorize.
It's very hard to box her into something.
Yeah.
Not that I want to. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to, but it's because most artists we can put them in a category very easily. Every album from her is something just very unique.
Yeah.
This specific album, Sincerely, is basically what Lana Del Rey could have been if she kept being consistent, blended soul and R&B and some fairy-like elements, was actually in touch with her feelings, wasn't from the South and doing things in Florida, and was a better person.
Stop hating on Lana Del Rey.
What do you mean? I love her. Like what?
Okay, all right. But she did go on tour.
There's a difference between hating and holding someone accountable. Lana, this is for you.
Let her marry her alligator boo.
No, I don't.
Her alligator.
Fucking.
All right, we're losing the plot.
Bitch ass redneck from the South.
We're losing the plot. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite tracks: Territorial, Fall Apart. Definitely those two.
Angels All Around Me.
Angels All Around Me.
Sunshine and Rain.
Sunshine and Rain is good. The intro is good too.
The intro is really good.
I love the intro. But the whole album is amazing.
There's no skip.
Yeah. It's hard to skip.
Yeah.
It's very cohesive.
Yeah.
I think the end of each track flows into. You mentioned this earlier, but they flow into the next track,
which is really something I've been asking God to do for the past however many years, because I'm so tired of your artists just giving us tracks of 2 minutes, then it abruptly like ends, and then we get to the next song, and the beats are not even like merging into each other. And she finally did that. So Kali Uchis, if you ever see this, thank you so much. I hope your family is good. I hope Don is good. I hope the babies are good. Stay healthy. God bless.
This was an amazing project, though. There's an interview that she explained a bit about her life. I'm just gonna give a quote because I think it explains a lot about who this person is, and it tells you a lot about her art. But funny enough, she grew up partially in Colombia, in Pereira. I'll explain more about where in Colombia that is. But she grew up in Colombia and in Virginia. Very, really random.
She's from Virginia?
Which is, why did your eyes get all wide like that?
Oh, I thought she was from like Texas or LA.
No. Colombia and Virginia.
Huh.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. America's a weird place. But she's saying we have Latin culture in Virginia. Alexandria is the city. But the Colombian crowd is not so big. It's different Latinos, El Salvadorians, Ecuadorians, Hondurans. Where she went to high school, apparently, she said it's one of the most diverse schools in all of the country.
Oh, wow.
In all of the U.S. Nowadays, I get very uncomfortable to be in a room full of people that are all the same, who all look the same.
Tell them. Tell him, girl. Fuck that. You know who you are.
Can you tell this man grew up around white people? Is it obvious yet?
I mean, for some of y'all who don't know, I actually went to private school, and that'll
be another 4-hour podcast.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. I was gonna expose some shit, but I won't.
No, not yet. Not yet. They'll know in time.
But anyways, she apparently grew up in one of the most diverse schools in all of the country, in all of the US. So she said, I'm very comfortable when I'm around people who all look the same, who are all the same ethnicity and all dress the same. I feel like it's because I always grew up around people who were all different. There weren't really any cliques in my school. Everyone was cool with each other. Apparently I looked at the demographic of her school. I like to get nerdy and shit. But it's a quarter Black, I think like 40% Latino, like another 5 to 10% Asian. There's a lot of East Africans there, I think, too. Eritrean, Ethiopian.
I see all my Habesha brothers.
Google what that means.
Yeah, you just Google. Yeah.
We'll put it up here.
Yeah.
Habesha. So, and yes, and also she went to a school that had a lot of funding for the arts. So she was able to use the equipment, like cameras, musical instruments without needing to pay. So that was available, which was actually, I think, really helped her start music even when she was in high school.
Okay.
Because she dropped her first mixtape right after high school.
Oh shit, okay, that makes sense.
When she was 18 or some shit, or 19. So
Virginia has a lot of artists coming out of there because the clips like Pusha and Malice, Pharrell, Neptunes, Timbaland, a lot of
very
people.
Weird place. Did Missy come from?
Missy, I think I don't want to say something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me look it up before.
She seems like one of those weirdos that came from that area.
Because there's a lot of people who are famous who come from Virginia.
But yes,
Chris Brown.
Oh,
Chris Brown.
Oh,
I just remembered.
No, wait.
He's from the VA.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, where do you think Missy's from?
Where do you think Missy is
And if you guess wrong, it's okay because I might have guessed wrong too.
And you were right.
All right, there
we go. She is from Virginia.
What's going on there?
What's going on there?
Weird,
those guys give us big artists and shit. I mean, that's
very weird. But so a bit more backstory. She apparently grew up in Virginia. I wasn't expecting that. I knew she grew up partially in Colombia. So her parents migrated from Colombia to Virginia. Very random.
Yeah, really random.
But she's from Pereira, which is actually in the coffee region in Colombia. I have been there. small city, like 500,000 people.
Okay, yeah.
It's very lush, very green, but has a small big city feel. So it's like there is like good infrastructure, but it's a place where like you have this like very lush green like hills, coffee region, but you also have like the Andes Mountains, like where the Andes really starts is in Colombia when you go north to south.
Yeah.
And where the Andes really starts to get like, you get these snow-capped like glaciers, like snow-capped mountains.
Yeah.
Is kind of around the area that she's in. So I remember we'd been in Pereira, we'd like visit like coffee farms and like tour around the city and get to know like locals in the city. And then we'd also go from like a lush coffee region to like just within 2 hours away, there'd be like a big like glacier like snow cap. Yeah. So it's very like biodiverse region.
Yeah.
And Colombia, Pereira, the coffee region in Colombia. Yeah. Amazing album, amazing music. And this is, I after hearing more interviews about her and her story, I definitely appreciate her more as an artist. There's definitely a lot of trauma that comes with, I won't get into details, but she did reveal at one point, I think it was after high school, she was homeless for a while.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know that.
Like homeless?
I think she was living out of her car. I don't know exactly the situation, but details, she did say she was homeless. Yeah. In an interview with Rolling Stone, I think. Yeah. And that was probably when she was like in her late teens or like early 20s, which is crazy. But she's definitely been through some shit. Yeah. And it definitely comes out in her music. Because great music, there's always a bad story in there.
The greatest music always comes from pain. Like, you know, it's like that's why when The Weeknd is happy, I don't like that.
When The Weeknd is happy?
Yeah. Because I'm like, well, what the fuck are you happy for? Like, you know, it's just like, I need a great album, break up with someone or some shit. Like, you know, like, damn, like, I need you to be like fucking suicidal or some shit. Like, you know,
stop.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
If you want the world to be graced with good music and you're dating The Weeknd, you better break his heart.
Yeah, actually, you better do. Whoever you are.
Do a solid for humanity.
Exactly.
Take one for the team.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I want Callie and Dawn to stay happy and all that. But
she's been through enough.
Exactly.
She did explain she went through a lot. And you definitely hear it in her music.
Yeah. And I think that when you've been yourself as a person through difficult times in your life, that's when you can often relate to painful music and to very heartfelt music. Like, right? That's why like the album really resonated with me. On many levels. Also because when you lose a parent, you're just never the same person after. Yeah. You know, and only those who've been through that fully grasped the gravity of the situation. Yeah. Which is something that I don't wish on anyone. Yeah. I mean, at least until your parents are like 90 something, of course. Like,
healthy and happy.
Yeah, healthy and
long life.
And then they had their whole life, but no one should be gone before being very old. Yeah. You know, but yeah.
I really like this project. It was quality artistry. I don't know if I can afford to add another concert to my roster this year.
We did check. She's not the most expensive.
She's not the most expensive.
But also, we're not the most rich. So, yes.
We're very, very much not the most rich.
So,
this is the lowest number I've had in my bank account.
This is a complicated situation, but stay tuned, guys. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But she's going
on tour. If you can, go check her out. Yeah. Listen to the album sincerely.
And go see her, check it out. Like, check the album, check the tour. And you know, be in your feels, cry a little bit, and then that might help you.
Speaking of Latinos.
Speaking of Latinos? What happened?
What happened this past week?
Yeah, I mean,
was that a wild transition?
That was a crazy transition. Like, you know, that was a crazy transition.
It's just,
you know, there was one last
association.
It was good. There was one last album I wanted to review, but we'll get back to that later. Like, you know, speaking of Latinos and life,
in the US,
like, you know, like people were out there. A lot of my people were out there at the Black Entertainment and Television Awards, the BET, celebrating Black music.
That did happen.
That did
earlier
happen
this week.
Earlier this week. The very unfortunate situation is that it was taking place in LA. Basically, like in downtown LA, basically at a few blocks away from where like the protests were happening.
Yeah.
And when I say protests, I'm talking about people defending their rights to simply exist in a country that doesn't seem to love them. Is that a story that is familiar to you, Black people? Yes, it is. Like, yes, it is.
I don't know how you managed to make that sound funny.
You know what, bro? I'd rather laugh than cry. Like,
This is true.
I'd rather laugh than cry because there's one thing that is true is like there's 3 certain things in this life: death, taxes, and America. America hates you, and be certain of that, And to the white people watching this, America hates you too.
You just don't know.
You just don't know it. I want you to understand this.
Yeah.
We are not the enemies of each other. The people that be are the enemies of us, all of us. And all that to say that it was a bit disturbing to see the dystopia happening, because on one end you had obviously a celebration of talent, craft, people putting their sweat and tears in their music. And I respect that and I love that. And I love to see my people shining in those expensive suits and dresses and all that shit. It's amazing, it's beautiful. But the moment, the day, the city, the location, all of that was wrong. Yeah. And the only person that called it out was my good sister Doechii.
She did say something.
She did say something.
Award acceptance speech.
And she did make some people uncomfortable by saying that, well, it was supposed to be a celebration time. But it's what are you celebrating when a few streets away you got people literally being gassed, being shot,
detained,
those detained,
arrested,
and grant you, most of them are. So a lot of people being detained are people in the process of legalizing their documents. Yeah. So they're technically not illegal. For all you watching, but they should have done everything the right way. Fuck you. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to be an immigrant. I know what it's like because I did it the right way. I did everything and I got lucky to never get in trouble. And don't use me an example, but you see, you never got in trouble. No, I just got lucky because in a different setting, I could have gotten in trouble. I could have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. And grant you, it's a different city. We don't live in LA, but it's a lot of luck. And as the son of immigrants, I've seen how immigrants are being treated because I remember how my mom was treated when I was a kid by administrations, by people, by all these things, by the powers that be. So it's a bit disturbing knowing that, Black Americans, regardless of being African Americans or being Ghanaian American or being Nigerian American, a lot of Black Americans are in America and they speak English because they were forced to be there. I want you to remember that. We only speak this language because we were forced to speak this language. I can speak English and French because my people were forced to speak those languages. Your people were forced to speak those languages. And they don't seem to grasp the gravity of the situation. And I think that BET, whoever is organizing all these big platforms, the Grammys and all that, you guys need to rethink this whole the show must go on type of mentality, because the show needs to stop actually. When something,
True.
You know what I mean? It's when something like this happens, I don't care about the show. The BET could have happened 2 weeks from now. Yeah. And also move the BET to a city where there's no raids, move it or actually cancel them for the year. Be sensible about it. Push them back to 2020, 2026. It's only 1 year missing. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Yes, you're gonna lose maybe 20 million. What is 20 million to BET? Nothing. You're gonna make the money 2 months from now. I don't care about none of that. So conclusion. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. So in conclusion, it's just very disturbing to see the time that we live in, and to see that yes, there are things to celebrate still. Yes, life goes on, but in that particular city, being the center of the emerging revolution that seems to happen, it just wasn't the time or place. in my
to have a
opinion.
BET Awards
To have
show.
a BET Awards. Like, it just wasn't the time or place. Yeah.
If you don't know already, there is what should I say? What words can I even use to describe what's going on? But real quick, we'll put a headline up here. Trump's cronies, in the form of a organization called ICE, is just snatching up people up in the streets who look different than the status quo. This has just mostly been Latino, Mexican immigrants and the Latino community, but even other people who are from different countries. An Australian person got deported. She didn't look white, but she could have been white passing, but she definitely looked a little different. But there was an Australian lady that got deported, I think this past week, without due process. And I think she had every right to be in the States. But they're basically targeting people who look different, or ICE suspects shouldn't be in the country, or ICE suspects these people have overstayed their visas, or ICE suspects they've crossed the border illegally, and they're basically snatching them up, not giving them due process, and authorities, lawyers sometimes can't even visit these detention centers. And then by the time they're able to scramble and do something, they've already deported this person that's arrested. So that's happening. I think there's been 400 arrests. I don't know. There's been 400 arrests from the protests in the past week, but there's a quota of how many hundreds of people Trump wants ICE to arrest.
Isn't it like
a quota of
4,000 or something?
Like 3,000 people per day, something like that.
So per week or something like that. Wait, what's the quota that he wants?
Wait, I'll get that real quick.
Yeah.
3,000 people per day.
Yeah. Oh, per day.
So ICE has a quota of arresting 3,000 people per day.
Christ.
Trump sent in the National Guard to basically stop the protests. I've heard a lot of reports. I have friends who are journalists who are reporting on what's going on in LA. Obviously, there's a lot of protests against ICE, but overwhelmingly, what I've seen on the ground is that protests are actually very peaceful. Nothing's happening. They're just marching. Their speeches. There's rallies. But the second that the National Guard and the police enter the picture and stir things up, that's when things start to go out of hand and they actually clash. But for the most part, these protests are peaceful, and we have every right to protest and push back. When an authority or government is not executing their activities in a way that we as the people want them to, and they're not representing us anymore, and they're basically not holding up to the values and actions that we want them to as people, as the majority of the population, that's when we have to push back and use all sorts of measures to push back, even when it's not legal. I mean, there's protest laws in Toronto now that are being set up where you can't protest around certain areas. And does that mean that people should just succumb to the legal framework? I think a lot of people get caught up with what's legal and illegal and saying, well, this person came to the country illegally, or that person was doing something that was against the law, so they should be locked up, or it's their fault. And I think that's very misguided because it loses sight of the fact that there's many things that can be legal by the government, but be very, very, very wrong.
And I want to remind people, slavery,
should we give some examples?
Slavery was legal, and I want
Nazi Germany, what happened under legal framework.
Exactly. And I want to remind you, what's happening right now is giving 1940, and I think that a lot of Germans would actually agree with us, and they would actually warn us that we're letting something happen that is very close to what we've seen at this point 70 years ago or something, and my mom was born the year of the so-called end of colonization in her country of Congo. So I want you to remember that what's legal is not moral. And also for all the white people specifically watching and listening to this, you stole the land. You are not on your land. You were never welcomed. It was never yours. And you need to be quiet. And you need to understand your place. And you need to let people actually look for the better life that they're looking for. Because like, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be standing here in front of y'all. If it wasn't for my parents trying to find a better life, I wouldn't have been gone to university. I wouldn't have done this and that, and I wouldn't have been able to achieve half of what I achieved. And at first, my mom didn't have the so-called legal papers. She has now. She's a citizen now. Everything is fine, but your version of legality means nothing.
Allowing what a state power defines as legal to be what we believe to be right and moral and ethical, I think it's a very dangerous conflation, and I think it's just fucked up.
Yeah.
I think people who, I mean, I'll just even speak to like my community real quick. Like the Asian North American community is kind of fixated on being good citizens. Like they're like, there's an idea that we uphold in our communities of like, this is what being a good citizen means. It means you like do things legally. You don't break the law. You don't stand out. You don't disrupt the peace. You don't go against authority. You just be a good citizen. You pay your taxes. You have a job. And this is your way of contributing to society. And it's very short-sighted because and making the world actually advance and become a better place, become, ecologically, socially, spiritually, morally, all the advancement of all those things has never happened through just legal frameworks.
Never did.
There are ways to change the law. They are very slow. They're very delayed. It happens usually, literally like hundreds of years after it's supposed to happen. But I think people who are caught up with being law-abiding citizens, I just say it's very short-sighted and it's ignoring history and all the nuance that comes with our history. I mean, like, yeah, legally, a bunch of people from France and the UK came to Canada and the US and we're like, hey, like, we just want some of this land. We're out of resources back in our homeland. So
actually, they came here illegally.
But it was supported by their
it was supported by
their country.
But it was an invasion. It wasn't legal. It was forceful.
Yes.
They came here. They displaced people. We had like residential school until 96. I mean, I think that like anyone who's like from French heritage, Irish, British, any Western or Eastern European country, you guys have nothing to be proud of.
Like this, where we are because of that history, and I think this is the time where we reconcile with that. It's not just about white people being guilty or white adjacent people feeling guilty. Like that's not the goal of all this. Like we have to reconcile with all those feelings and understand how to move forward. But just real quick, like back to what I was saying, the government of France and UK basically greenlit all, even if it wasn't happening legally, they basically greenlit their the British East India Company, or like basically gave, I forget what the term is, but they basically supported them, endorsed them, sponsored them, and was like, okay, we'll say you're under our authority, under the British crown, you can sail your ships to wherever and do this and settle and make colonies and shit. And those were done under legal frameworks, just as these things happening now are like, oh, well, this person came over the border illegally. Like, no, none of those things, all those things are just made up. Everything in this world is made up. And we as a community, as a people, need to decide what will we decide to uphold and what we'll decide to push back against and resist.
I agree. And I think that like people like they have it all wrong, because like a lot of people who are like they should have done it through the process legally are people who have never understood, like they've never struggled. They've never been through the struggle. They never had to do something that was beyond anything they've ever imagined to keep their families safe, to give their families a better future, because they come from families that, for the most part, took the lands of people who were already there. They never had to work for it. They never had to like struggle for something. So they don't know how to fight for something. So when people do fight for something, they're the first ones to call them out because they don't have that in them. They don't have the fight in them. They never will have the fight in them. And I don't think they have the capacity to understand, or from what I'm seeing online and real life reactions, the empathy. And I think that when we get to this point in history where like it's more important for you to obey some so-called laws instead of just simply supporting people trying to give their kids a better future, you are a despicable and disgusting human being.
You're upholding a system that is... You're upholding a system that is kind of doing an okay job at supporting people with privilege, but everyone else who doesn't have generational wealth, who wasn't legal or whatever, who hasn't been a beneficiary of a supremacist state, everyone else is sidelined, and it's now and the majority of people in the country now, like I don't know exactly all the demographics, but we're now at a point where we have extreme wealth inequality, and there's more people with less than there are people who are millionaires and billionaires. So why are we upholding the continual benefit of just like a small minority of people? I think we need to question that, because these days many people continue to perpetuate that the system we have today of like private wealth, private capital, where a small minority of people can own shares of a company or own most of the shit in the world, most property, own property and own things, that's a system that we believe in, and we're going to continue upholding that system. For some reason, we don't have enough critique and challenge of that system. People just kind of say like, okay, I guess like we'll pay like $1 million for this like 2-bedroom house. And I guess that's just what we have to do. We need to critique and push back against, why is the system this way? Why is it disproportionately affecting people who have less, people whose countries, when we talk about immigrants, those people come from countries who were destabilized by the US. Just look up. I saw the best TikTok the other day where it's like, they just Google US intervention and then type any country after that.
That's half the world.
US intervention, Chile. US intervention, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Southeast Asia, any Philippines. Pick any country, Korea. US intervention, and put in the name of another country, and you will learn some history.
And there's a lot to learn, because even in the countries where the US didn't intervene at first, like Congo, they're very present currently. Why is that, do you think? I will let you Google the reasons why, because there's so many reasons. Resources and so because of the Western powers, we have a lot of countries, African countries, South American countries, Asian countries, South Asian countries that still to this day, yes, are quote unquote free, but they've never been free. And that's why people like me and my parents find ourselves in your countries. We have they had no desire to come here. They had to. Because like you said, their countries were destabilized. But
by European and Western countries.
Exactly. You know, like sometimes we hear like those racist chants, like "Go back to your country." We wish we
would love to.
We would love to.
We'd love to.
But the problem is like, why are you still there? You know, I need you out of those countries so I can go back. So I think that like some people have to look in the mirror and, you know, check their own histories, check the country's history, and understand that like this world is not for grabs. And you need to stay in your lane. You need to stop bothering people who have never wanted to even meet you. And
they were fine. They were fine in the Caribbean, in Southeast Asia, in Africa. They were fine.
Exactly.
And then some motherfuckers showed up.
I mean, we're chilling.
And then they really shouldn't have let them come on shore.
Like literally,
they were too nice.
They were way too nice.
They were too nice.
If I could talk to my ancestors.
You see someone with a big bump, you better sink that shit.
I'm just saying, like, don't even sink the boat, burn it. Like, you
better do something.
Like, do something. Like, you know, save yourself, save the future, save us. Because now, like 500-600 years later, still paying the consequences for the arrogance of a few men. You know, and it's just tiring to still have these conversations, to still have to remind a certain part of the population that like the world is not yours and that the world is not this free adventure that you're supposed to like take for grabs and colonize and this and that, which you are still doing, by the way, in very different forms currently. And if you're not aware of it, please go read a book, because your ignorance is not an excuse in this day and age. Actually, it's a reason why I can't be your friends or close to you. Like, you know, because you seem to have a lack of neurons and brain cells, and I can't tolerate that. But
back to Los Angeles.
Back to LA.
It's funny how there's so many influencers. People, the land of influencers, the land of Erewhon, the land of you know, Hollywood bullshit.
I still do want to try the $20 Erewhon though. Like once
the $20 smoothie.
Once in my lifetime. Once in my lifetime. Yeah. Like,
I love to see when influencers get called out, because in the backdrop of LA, all this shit is happening. ICE is snatching up people, kidnapping mostly Latino migrants. And just people from Latino community who look Latino and just be like, oh, you there.
Yeah.
You there. Literally pulling up, literally baiting people through like ice cream trucks. They're driving ice cream trucks to like bait like little kids.
Actually, there's something worse.
To like arrest them. Some crazy shit. It's multiple things.
They did something worse in New York. They baited people, and basically they had like their regular immigration appointment, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of immigrants have, like, you know, appointments to like either renew work permit.
Yeah.
So they baited people basically by sending notification like, oh, like, you know, let's say like next Wednesday, this is your immigration appointment. Then you, as a person trying to settle in the country, you show up with all your papers in order, thinking that like you can finally renew your work permit. You get arrested. They send you back to Mexico.
Nasty work.
The same fucking day.
Yeah.
You know, you've been in the US for 15 years. Yeah. The fuck are you gonna do in Mexico?
Which is crazy, because California is technically originally part of Mexico.
And Texas as well. I would like to remind you.
Yeah, y'all gonna give that back?
Yeah. You know, just saying. Also, give Louisiana back to the French and give Alaska back to the Russian. You know,
what are you gonna do about that?
Like, what you gonna do?
But like, you know, all these LA influencers and people in LA, you know, please stop posting your regular shit.
We don't want to see that, especially right now. I think it's time for people who live in LA, and especially influencers, to actually use your influence. You're supposed to stand for something. Like, you know, you're supposed to use your platform to actually, for the betterment of people. It seems like you're using your platform for like Erewhon and the betterment of yourself. And that's...
you gotta grow past the green juice stuff, you know?
Yeah, and that's a big that's a big issue, because I know LA is the city of like juices and fitness and whatever, like, you know, but LA is especially the city of Latinos, because they're like the beating heart of the city. They're the ones who actually get you your fruits and veggies that end up in your grocery store that you pay fucking $40 for no reason, because technically they weren't actually that expensive. But these people, they work day and night to provide a life for you, for their own kids, and to make sure that everyone stays, like everyone in their family stay united and stay in the country, and they have a good situation. They can send their kids to school, they can send them to university, and so on and so on. But now that Trump is doing that, who's going to work the field? You? No. No one.
I also love, we're going to wrap this segment real quick, but I think the argument that, hey, like the Latino community is such a huge contributor. Like literally agriculture would disappear, like
without
evaporate
them
overnight without Latinos in the US.
Yeah.
But I saw an argument that was really impactful that questioned, like, challenged talking about a community just based on their economic value. Like, it's not just about what they contribute economically to a country and to agriculture and to the restaurant and hospitality industry. Like, yes, they are the backbone of those industries, but this is beyond, this is just humanity. And it's not just about, oh, look, you know, Asians contribute so much to Canada and the US. Like, you know, like you should respect us because of what we contribute to your economy. Like, it's not just about that. It's about humanity. It's about writing history. And y'all need to really, respect people for just being people.
Yeah.
And we need to see our collective humanity in each other.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. Society is chopped, and people have lost the plot. Like, you know, and
it's because all this influencing brain rot.
Like literally, like, you know, and
those green juice has gone to your head.
Like, you know, it really did. It really did go to your head.
Too much celery.
Like, you know, too much celery, too much green juice. Like, you know, like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
like, you know, but in everyone in those cities, New York, Austin, LA, SF, you know, anywhere where, like, you know, you're like under the threat of ice. Guys, remember that ice melts. And that, like, ice is not forever. And hopefully everyone in those cities, we will all get through this. And to everyone who has families in those cities, like loved ones, everyone who lives there, those words don't mean much, but we pray for you. We think about you. I hope everyone stays strong. I really hope that all of y'all, like, stay organized. Keep posting on social media.
Yeah.
Keep posting. Keep pushing back.
Resisting, protesting.
Keep resisting.
Yeah.
Keep posting where you see the raids. Like, either it's like a Costco, a Starbucks, whatever it is. Like, what do you say, Starbucks? Like the fuck. Any location that you see something sus, a truck, either it's like police, ICE. Be very careful. Stay away from it. Stay away from those locations. And yeah, God bless you all, guys. God bless you all. And on this note,
I think we wrapped this.
We love y'all. We'll see y'all next time. We pray for y'all. And more music news to come. More commentary to come. Please subscribe, watch, leave a comment. And yeah, ToFufu out. Bro, yeah.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Oh, man.